this can't be good. Today I'm going over how to use the Mehron Special Effects Kit to give you guys these kind of cuts and scrapes and a general idea of generally how to do cuts and scrapes. This tutorial is really good to prep you guys for like Halloween. In this tutorial I am using the Mehron Special Effects Kit. So every other product I'm not saying like the Mehron, the Mehron, the Mehron. You guys will know this tutorial is pretty much all entirely Mehron. Now while I was at the makeup show I was trying to explain like where I got these pieces of glass, not real glass. I'm sorry if I've disappointed you. But these are actually little pieces of acrylic and it comes in a sheet like this, and you guys can get this from a hardware store. And then I just broke it up into little pieces. But it's actually a full sheet like this. They do have sheets that are smaller than this, but I ended up getting the full one because I wasn't sure how much I was going to be doing. And I just broke it up into little shards. I literally just broke it. So when you guys are breaking this, make sure you wear like safety goggles and you do it outside, or you definitely look away from where you're breaking it. To start off, I'm first applying my eyeliner using the Mehron Paradise paint in black and a lot of water, as well as the Made You Look detail brush. I'm just applying this underneath my eye and just dragging it down, almost to look like I'm crying because, you know, I'm about to get hit in the face with shards of glass. It would only make sense. Now using this next product, you're either going to take makeup remover or skin prep. Pour it into a little bit of jar because you're going to need to dip your fingers into it. Once you have both hands damp with the product, you're going to get the extra flesh out of its container. Push it into a worm, and we're just going to stick that directly onto your face. Kind of smash it down a little bit when applying it to your face, and you could just use 2 fingers and just smash each side to blend it right into your face. I'm also going to be using the makeup brush that actually comes in the kit. You are not going to want to use expensive makeup brushes when dealing with effects makeup. And I dipped my brush a little bit into the skin prep, and now I'm just kind of tearing into what I applied to my face. Try to kind of stab into it, don't really drag. Also make sure that you continue this cut as far out as possible. You can also use this makeup brush to kind of tear open that wound a little bit more if you don't want it very thin. Once you're happy with the shape of your gash, you can then apply Fixative A on top of your wound. This will create a little bit of a barrier so the wound is not sticky and you're able to apply powders or different colors to it. Wait for that to dry. And if the extra flesh doesn't match your skin tone, I'm taking the Made You Look powder brush and my regular powder foundation and just applying it on the cut. To give this wound a little bit more of a swollen and irritated effect, I'm then taking blush in the color Mocha and a big fluffy brush and applying it around the wound. I'm not getting up close to the actual cut with this color because we're kind of doing highlighting and contouring in pink and white. I'm then taking white eyeshadow and applying it directly around the cut. This is going to make it appear like that part is coming forward and everything else is being pushed back. You can then apply red Paradise paint in the center of your cut. This is completely optional. I like to lay this down as a base before doing any kind of blood. Also be sure to kind of trail off this line past your cut a little bit to make it a smoother transition. I'm then applying a bit of spirit gum inside the wound where I'm going to be sticking the glass. Take the back of a brush and tap it until you feel like it is sticky. If you decide to skip this step, it will not stick. Then you can just go on ahead and just stick that shard of glass in your face. Fake glass. I'm then applying a little bit more spirit gum, tapping it with my brush, and putting my little piece of plastic fake glass in my wound as well. From there, I'm then taking the coagulated blood gel and just kind of dabbing it around the glass, getting some on the glass, and kind of extending it throughout the entire cut. I'm then going to repeat this process for all the various different cuts on my face. So quickly I'm laying down the extra flesh. Then I'm cutting into it with my brush, creating the shape of the cut that I want. Applying Fixative A, waiting for it to dry. Adding a little bit of blush around my wound to make it look irritated or fresh. Filling in the wound with red Paradise paint. Applying spirit gum, tapping it with the back of my brush, and sticking my object in my wound. Of course, you cannot forget the coagulated blood gel. The size of the wounds that you decide to create can be all different shapes and sizes, and it also doesn't mean that it has to have glass in it. You could also create this wound on its own. also kind of show little tiny nicks. I'm then just applying Red Paradise paint in various places. You can also go back in and add a little bit of coagulated blood gel on each one of these little scrapes. When applying it to my neck, I actually decided to apply it to an area that doesn't move too much. I would suggest avoiding areas that really twist when you move your head back and forth. To add some blood spatter, you can thin down some of the blood that comes in the kit, or you could also use Red Paradise paint and just splatter it around your face. Personally, I like a lot of blood spatter. At the show, I also added tooth effects to my teeth to just kind of do a demonstration, but I'm also going to demo it for you guys as well. Make sure your teeth are completely dry, and then you can apply the blood tooth effects directly to your teeth. Let that product dry. It's pretty minty, and then it'll stay on your teeth until you brush your teeth or rub them really, really hard.